I go out looking sexy and I still don't get moved to. I just feel like the more you glow up, the more dry your phone is. Do you know how dry my phone is? It's all because people think, because I'm pretty or whatnot, basically every guy's onto me. My phone must be blowing up. That's why no one moves to me. I went to a barbecue, this Sunday, right, with Renee. Everyone is chatting to her. Everyone's talking to her. No one is coming my way. Everyone is avoiding me.
Wait a second. Renee knows a lot of people that are there, right?
I invited her to the barbecue. She knows nobody.
Yeah. Maybe they know you well enough to know.
They don't know me. They don't know me. I only know the person that ran the barbecue.
Is Renee like party? No.
I don't even think you understand. I was the life of the party. I was getting everyone turned. I was doing the DJ. Everyone was loving me. But who got moved to? She did. No one ever chats to me.
That's what I'm saying. Guys are shy.
Yeah.
This generation, guys are shy now.
She's got a date on Friday.
You want someone though? Did you even want it? Yeah. Answer's yeah.
No, the answer was actually no. But it would have been nice. I haven't been on a date in like 5 months.
Okay, y'all. So, as a gym goer, y'all, me personally, y'all, I just wouldn't feel comfortable with my complete whole ass out in the gym, y'all, but that's just me. But y'all, when it comes to gym etiquette though, y'all, the men have me shook. And let me tell you why, y'all. I seen some fine in the gym today, right, y'all? And I just really be trying to keep my head down because I'm like, I am single. And although, y'all, I'm not necessarily looking for a man in the gym, but should you approach me like I'm single? Like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all, I seen 2 fine ass men in the gym today. And it's just like, sometimes y'all, you just catch people's eyes because not necessarily that they were just staring at me or anything else like that. But then I'd be like, damn, I'm so scared to even look at a man because I don't want him to think I'm a bop because I'm looking at him or something like that. And now you think that every man that come in the gym, I'm looking at them. Man, y'all don't fuck out here. All I'm saying is, if you see me in the gym, you want to say something, I will not be offended if you approach me nicely. Don't be weird about it.
If you are a man, one of the most incredible things that you can do for women in today's world is stand as a man in integrity and be a man who is embodied in what true, loving, masculine energy is and how powerful and healing it can be for the world and for women. So many of the women that I work with are healing their relationship and their perspective of men and the masculine. A lot of women have only experienced men when they are violent or emotionally checked out or manipulative or objectifying them. The greatest gift that you can give to a woman is being a safe man.
I mean, no disrespect, but the way some of you guys speak, men literally have no incentive to give you any respect.
This is going to get me canceled, but a lot of women are addicted to men dating, the hormonal concoction that y'all get from it, the validation that you get from it, the same way men are addicted to corn. I saw a post recently of a young woman who had written the names of all the men that she had some sort of connection with on seashells, and she was like doing this ritual of taking the seashells and throwing them into the ocean. When I tell you there were like 40 seashells, I'm sorry, but y'all are not emotionally connecting with 40 different people by the time you're 20 something or 30 something. Or I'm 42 and I can barely find a man that I like, never mind have a decent connection with. That's not connection, that's addiction. That's addiction to the dopamine, to the validation, to the serotonin, to whatever hormonal concoction y'all feeling by being near or hooking up with or receiving the validation of these men. Like, some of y'all need to go cold turkey. Like, you really, decentering men is not something that would be nice for you to do. It's something you actually need to do because you're addicts. And there is no possible way to have a healthy relationship as an addict.
I'm attracted to the things that are not necessarily healthy. You know, oh my God, a little taste. Like chemistry is just there. But really it's like, you know, these certain patterns are just toxic. But you're attracted to what you're attracted to, right?
Okay, so I have a real view on attraction as well. Attraction is really based on your modeling, your conditioning, what you were taught, society, your family, cultural values, right? All of these factors come and inform what your attraction is. And if your attraction is taking you to relationships that aren't that fulfilling, I don't think you can really trust that attraction. And I think you can rewrite it.
How do you rewrite it?
Being aware. So you first go, all right, so my natural attraction, they're not really leading me to the right people. And then you start going, well, what would be better? Dating people who were more available, consistent, mature, just basically able to show up in a way that might feel really restful for me. And I'm going to start to like train my body to notice what's good about that. You look for something.
You don't think that there's natural desire?
You have to retrain a little bit, right? With intention and look for some of that natural chemistry. Find the part of you that comes alive when there's something really healthy and nourishing.
Again, it's not a hard concept. It's just that most modern women don't want to do any work in dating.
Okay, I'm at work and I just snuck out to tell you some of the best dating advice that I've ever gotten. I was minding my own business, doing my laundry in my building, when all of a sudden this maintenance man popped out of nowhere. We started engaging in conversation, and to be quite honest, I don't even know how we landed at this question, but he ended up letting me know that he was married for over 30 years, or has been married for over 30 years. And obviously, when we hear someone married for that long, we want to know, how did you do it? What is the secret? Please let me know so I can share this. So I'm sharing with you today. He said she always keeps him guessing. She's always keeping him surprised and on his toes. Wow. That's it. I think the takeaway here is be you, give to yourself, be a complete person so that you can always keep your partner guessing just by being you in your essence.
And a lot of modern women are going to take this the wrong way. They're going to use it to act a fool and continue being toxic.
These are two of the worst compliments you can get from a girl. Because while they sound like compliments, they're actually indicators that she's not into you. First one is, you're too good for me. Let me be very clear. This is not her saying that you're so amazing and that she's lucky to have you. This is her making a soft exit. And while it's an excuse that sounds nice on the outside, what she's really saying is that she's not interested or that she doesn't see this going anywhere. Second one is, you're gonna make a girl really happy someday. This is not her way of putting out hints that she's into you. This is her way of gently saying that she knows you'll be a great partner, just not for her. If you've gotten either of these two lines, take this as your sign to move on.
I love to engage in girl talk with my girlfriends, and I'm noticing with them dating men, different stories, but a lot of the same things happening. In the beginning, men do an excellent job at their consistency. You've got the good morning text, the thinking of you text. Oh, the best one. Have you eaten? Are you hungry? And a lot of cases, the effort can be off the chart with, courting and pursuing and dating and planning and everything. But at some point, you start to notice a little bit of a pull away. Those good morning texts turns into, maybe good afternoon, if any at all. Maybe you notice that he's not making really any effort to see you as much as he used to. Side note, ladies, if this is happening to you, this is not the time for you to go sending those good morning texts and you making plans and you reaching out to him and doing that. That's only going to push him away. Okay. This is the time where you say, okay, let me sit back. Let me focus on me, because you don't want to, while he's pulling away, you don't want to go toward him. What's my point of this video? Oh yeah. Point is never to get attached to what a man is doing in the beginning for you. Do not be impressed by anything. And know this, ladies, men are busy. Men are not just pursuing you. They're probably pursuing someone else, or they have a woman in their back pocket or women that they're entertaining. And there's nothing wrong with that. If he's not committed to anyone, he's playing the field. But baby, so should you.
I mean, most modern women aren't really putting forth any effort or doing anything in the first place. So maybe that's why they're pulling away.
I want to start off this video by saying there is nothing wrong with having a roster. Okay, that is not what I'm trying to say here. Because I promise you I want to be that girl. And I hear your videos when you say don't just talk to one guy because that's why you're hung up on him. Like, if you have a roster, you don't care as much. Like, if they start acting up. Anyway, I hear you. I see you. But what I need you to explain to me is how you like more than one man at a time. How does one get over the disgust of men? And don't say I don't try. Because I go out with my girls. They're sitting here like, oh my gosh, like, the guys are here tonight. Look at that one. Look at that one. Me? I got nothing. I'm scanning the room. Nothing. I even go do a lap around the event. You know, that let's see who's here lap. Maybe one's hiding in the corner. Nothing. So it's not that I don't want to have a roster, but it's already rare enough that I find a man attractive. So, like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm dating in South Florida? What do you want from me? Make a video about that. All advice is welcome. Thank you. Okay, bye.
And herein lies the issue. Some of these ladies are so conceited that they think they're more attractive than they actually are.
If you keep making eye contact with a man, why wouldn't he approach? And this man that most women would think, like, anyone would want him, right? And he said, if you weren't smiling, and we're like, what? Like, he must know he's hot. So why would he need why would he need encouragement? Well, because he doesn't know. He hopes he is, but he doesn't know. And he doesn't know if he's hot to you, right? And this man actually acted it out. He's like, well, if she were smiling and she kept smiling, and she'd have to be smiling all the way across the room until I was standing in front of her and she was still smiling. At any point that she stopped smiling, I would stop and turn around or pretend I was going someplace else. And what? And this is another crazy thing. Women think it's the men who get to pick, and men think it's the women who get to pick.
So who gets to pick? Is it both?
We get to pick who we hope will pick us.
I actually feel so bad for guys because they will never know what it's like to have a true friendship, a true bond with someone. The depth, the level of support that girls do. It's on a whole other wavelength. We talk about what's going on inside. We get to know each other on a deep, meaningful level. Where for guys, I feel like they can be friends with the same guy for years and not know anything about him. I was on TikTok live talking to this guy from Florida, and when I told him I was from Canada, he goes, "Oh, cool, Canada." He then stops and goes, "Oh, I actually have a friend from Canada. He just went back to Canada." And I go, "Oh, do you know where in Canada he's from? Canada's pretty big." And he just blankly looked at me and he goes, "No." How do you not know? I never see men get thrown birthday surprises. I never see any of that sort because they don't even remember their friends' birthdays. They don't plan things. They don't have that level of thoughtfulness inside of them where they'll remember a small detail about their friend and they'll go, "Oh, I actually want to do that for them and surprise them because I know it would mean a lot for them." There's not as much of that. Whereas girls, that is what we live, breathe unconditionally in our soul. That is what we do for our friends because that's how we show we love them. We talk about our feelings. We talk about everything we're going through. We talk about the best meal we ever had in detail. You could ask a guy, what is the best meal you ever had? And he'd be like, a chicken wing. Okay, well, tell me about that damn chicken wing. Tell me why it was the best chicken wing you ever had. Like, we get to know every little detail about the person that we are friends with, where men don't have that. And I think that's such a sad, sad thing. Y'all are missing out on for real bonding.
You guys continue to show your ignorance and your limited understanding of what love actually is. Guys bond over tasks and hobbies, fishing, hunting, laser tag. You see police officers do it. You see firefighters do it. You've seen soldiers do it. But because y'all don't understand that type of love, then you think men don't have a deep emotional connection with each other.
Okay, sis, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. I need for you to get a roster. Yeah, you're going on your hot girl walks. Hot girl summer is around the corner. I'm not saying being hot and ready for every dude that you're dating on this roster. I'm just saying get a roster. And what does that look like with your single self? That looks like you dating as many men as you can possibly keep up with. Usually it's around 3. 5 is a bit much. However, as many as you can handle. That way, You don't get hung up on one. And what does that look like, B. Wiley? It looks like talking to these guys, dating these guys. We do lunch and brunch. Remember this, talking about we still have our boundaries. We still have our standards. We're not spreading ourselves thin. We're not swinging from chandeliers. It literally means get you a plan A, B, and C. So you can be triple booked on a Friday afternoon and have you some good old time. So you can have breakfast, brunch, and lunch. That's triple booked. Start the roster. Got it?
Don't hold my hand. Just stop giving bad dating advice. Simple.
I got to resist a cute man if he ain't got no cute money. Okay? You have to say, okay, when a man comes up to you looking cute and he's your type before you woke up, you got to be like, well, my type is rich now. My type spends money now. They're not your type anymore if they're not spending money. Okay? They're Pick Misha's type. If they're not spending money, they're not your type anymore. I mean, you can look at them from afar. You can say, okay, that's a nice looking man, but is his bank account nice looking? Okay? Because a lot of times, once you roll around on the mattress with somebody, it's over anyway, and y'all gonna be in the comments talking about he ghosted you after you done gave it up. Just get some money. Okay? But I like him, but he's cute, but he's my type. But is he spending? If it's not, then your type is a Dusty. Sprinkle.
I don't know what they call this behavior now, but I know what we used to call it.
Women do not flirt with men that they like. When a woman likes you, she's likely to not even look at you. Men need to stop thinking that just because a woman shows them some sort of attention, that it means that she likes him. If a woman is talking to you a lot, she's probably just very comfortable and thinks that you're easy to get along with.
You know, if I can be honest with you, men really have grown tired of these silly games that y'all continue to play.
Sex work is wrong because men who can't get laid don't deserve to be laid, evolutionarily speaking. Stay with me for a second. Back in the olden days, if a man couldn't get laid, he'd be like, shoot, I gotta work something out, I gotta go to the gym, I gotta get buff, I gotta adapt or die. But if they have corn, they have no need to evolve. When a woman can't find someone to love her, she goes, I gotta start making sourdough bread, we get our eyelashes done, we get a spray tan, we get our hair done, we adapt. That's why women are like adapting and becoming like way more beautiful and cooler and smarter and awesomer at a way faster rate than men. You guys are devolving. Don't repopulate. And women, I gotta hold you accountable. Whenever I see a beautiful, smart, cool, but an ugly man, I'm like, you're setting us back. You're setting us back. You're literally setting us back. And young men should feel hopeful. Women literally love ugly guys. It's not how you're born. Go get your money up. Go to college. Be a gentleman. Go work out. The bitches are gonna love you.
If men are such predators, then you all wouldn't be dressing the way that you do. You're literally proving that men aren't as predatory as you make them seem to be. And for a lot of you women who talk about harassment situations, it's never happened to you, has it? Otherwise, you would be covering yourself. Yes, you live in a world where you should cover yourself. It's called modesty. The world should not know whether or not you're an innie or an outie. I called it and I said it months ago that 304 culture was going to be more normalized because women are struggling more. The women who are showing their bodies are doing so because they have to. They're looking for someone to take care of them. There is no other reason why you need to show certain aspects of your body otherwise. I would know. I'm a dancer. The reason why I'm a dancer is partly because I don't mind showing my body, but I'm only doing so because I'm being paid to. Y'all doing it for free. Between the Brazilian wax lady and the men coming out here to talk about how y'all are bleeding through your photos, the more y'all move along with this movement of showing off more of your bodies, the more you are going to ruin your footage of being these dainty little creatures, and you're going to start repulsing people. Because believe it or not, there is a limit, a time and a place. I knew we were cooked when y'all started wearing dance wear attire out as regular clothes. I'm embarrassed for y'all. As a dancer, I'm embarrassed for y'all. And the fact that you all equate being half naked to freedom literally proves that men aren't that predatory, or at least not as you all make them seem. Because if they were, you wouldn't be offering yourself up on a silver platter. Have you ever heard of survival skills? Why would any man try to protect you if you're not even going to try to protect yourself? And quiet as it's kept, this ties into the other conversation I was having about even though you have a spouse that is a man does not mean that he's supposed to lay his life down so that you can live. Get your ass up and do some work. God forbid you ever had to pull him out of a friendly building. But most of you can't even keep yourselves in shape to make the job a little bit easier for your man, let alone protect yourselves to not put yourselves in vulnerable positions. There is no way that women are the smartest creatures. No fucking.
Let's talk about it. 100 studs versus 100 boys. The men is whooping y'all ass. Are we serious? What the f is the girls being studs have to do with anything? So you think just because you throwing some Timbs in a do-rag that you special now? You're not Clark Kent. You can't just throw on some shit become powerful. You're still a girl. Matter of fact, 100 men. Put me in 2 pit bulls and we getting y'all done. I just seen a video of a stud trying to lift up her girlfriend and she couldn't even do it. The little shit like 5'6", 110 pounds. You couldn't get that done and you trying to fight? For that, y'all losing. Y'all might as well fight the little bros and shit.
So I believe that your teaching somehow kills women's hope.
How old is your husband?
I'm single. I'm in a relationship, but I'm
But
not
you're
married.
not secured.
No,
Right.
for option.
Do you want to marry him?
I don't know because you don't want to have kids. So
Do you
it's
want to have
something that I'm
children?
kind of yes, in the future.
So you know you want to have children, but you're still with a man who doesn't want to have them.
Because he might
hold on,
change
man, hold
his
on, man,
mind.
hold on, man. Aren't you kind of destroying your hopes for children?
Maybe yes,
Maybe,
maybe not.
maybe. No, ma'am. You know you want to have children. You know he does not, and you've been with him for 14 months. Aren't you destroying your own hope for children?
But I can convince him. I can change his
Oh,
mind.
exactly. So you can convince a CEO to change his mind on children. Has he been married before?
Yes.
Does he have
and
any
things
children?
went- No,
All
he do
right.
not. He don't have.
All right. He does not have any children. So his wife could not convince him to have kids, but you think his girlfriend can. All right. Next point.
No man will ever compare to the man that's like the shy guy, doesn't talk to women, like just super keeps to himself, and you know that he has some weird ass fetishes. Like he has some that would make you question your whole life existence, but he's freaky as shit. And when you get inside, like when you really get deep down and get to know him, he changes your whole world. He rocks the shit out your world in the bedroom because you're like, you. Those are my I still think about the one boy that I dated that was like, he was obsessed like with like nasty, dirty, stinky, foul, sickening feet. Like I was like, this is so weird. But when I like really got into it with him, and he was just such a fun guy, nothing tops that.
So the last guy that I talked to, I literally paid for everything while we were dating. And my little brother the other day was like, you should call him and see if he'll let you put him down as a dependent on your taxes.
Only if the man can be reimbursed for paying for all of those first dates.
Now, why are men like this? The married guy messaging me at 7 in the morning talking about, good morning, beautiful. I hope you slept well. Bro, didn't your wife just leave with the kids to take them to school? And you over here talking about how I slept. Talking about you want to send me for my coffee, my Cash App. What the? And then the single one doesn't message me till 4 days later at 11 p.m. talking about, I wish you were sitting on this. What is happening? I swear. I'm done. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna make myself some food. I'm gonna sit by myself. I'm gonna be by myself. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause out here it sucks. Like, no, I don't want to be with a married man. No, I don't want that. Like, boy, go take care of your wife. Go do that. Like, don't leave me the fuck of it, bro. Leave me the fuck of it. For real. Cause this shit is not it. This shit is not it.
Can I ask you a question? Why does a married man have your number? Oh, well, he didn't say that he was married until later. Okay. Why haven't you blocked him? Still trying to figure that one out.
Does anyone want to get together, scream, and then go get some food? Let me know.
This man said no, he didn't even give an explanation at all.
I hope this reaches the right audience, but I think we need to bring back, I'm not talking about like harsh, hurting people, brutal, but a little light public humiliation could be beneficial to some people. I think a lot of people are way above themselves, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a little bit of public humiliation, just a little bit, to bring them down to their level. I think we should, I don't understand why we took away harsh, harmful, hurtful. I understand we should not be doing that to people, especially for like no reason. But I feel as if light should be brought back. I feel like it would solve a lot of problems. Or not problems, but it would bring everybody back down to reality. And I hope this reaches the right audience. I don't want anybody to get hurt or harmed, but I do think we should, put people in their place, so to speak.
We want a once in a lifetime life partner, right? We want that penguin monogamy until we die. And it's sad to live in a world where dating is treated like a game through the apps and through our broken culture. Dating is treated like a game in the 7th Third. It can be so disheartening to be like, I want to penguin with somebody and mate for life. This shouldn't be that hard, and it shouldn't be.
This is why I don't like to have boys over for my daughter's play date. And I wonder if other moms of girls would agree. My daughter's 8, almost. She's in the 2nd grade. And she just started asking for some of the boys in her class to come over for a play date. And this is something I noticed a few times, so it's pretty consistent. Because I don't feel the same when girls are over. Don't get me wrong, some girls are also a pain to host. They can be annoying if from different reasons. But with boys, what I feel is that they act as if I work for them. The way they talk and behave at the mere age of 7, 8 is like I'm there, the mom figure, to provide all of their necessities and serve them like they're in a restaurant. And mind you, they are not 3, 4 years old. They don't need constant help. But also, it doesn't feel like they're asking for help. It feels like they're talking to a waitress. Excuse me? Anyway, the reason I'm talking about it is that I think that we are socializing little boys from the youngest age of a few years old to look at women and moms as just their utility and service that they can provide for them. Which is astonishing how early these messages drip in and externalize, afraid to know what's going on in their homes. Hopefully I'm overreacting, but comment below if you notice something similar.
The way some of these ladies talk about men and the way they were quote unquote socialized lets me know that these women don't have a clue how to raise men, how to raise young boys. Not saying that there aren't some toxic behaviors. It's just the stuff that they listen to and they spout off about is completely wrong. One woman in the comments said, Princella, the queen maker, remember that name, speaks on this. And I would say more, but TikTok is sensitive. Do y'all remember who Princella is? And the fact that now, when she was talking about how terrible men are, she's flipped the script after dating a woman and said, women don't do this. They're terrible people. Women don't like accountability. Did we forget that?
Majority of women are absolutely delusional. They are.
How so?
But why? Well, they're delusional because they believe that there's this special man specifically for them.
Yes.
That will worship the ground that she walk on for eternity and not see any other woman besides her and not have any sexual desire for another woman outside of her and give her all of his money and all of his attention to her. And time. Yeah. And she believes that the older she gets, the more opportunity that she's going to face. You know why? Because she does not understand men. Women have no idea where they stand in relation to men. Women can't see themselves. You can't see that your value goes down dramatically as you compete with other women to give up all your value. You actually knock your value down. Right? And then when you get in these relationships, you become a headache in these relationships because the ego is so big. You think you're the prettiest person in the world, and then you got the nastiest attitudes and you're selfish. And then the men, even if they wanted to play this monogamy game, women make it hard for men to even be monogamous. You make it hard for a man to not want to look at another woman, because at the end of the day, a man's natural habit is to look at other women, is to pursue multiple women. If he gonna play the monogamous game, ma'am, you got to give a very good reason why he wouldn't look at another woman, because his natural instinct is to. Women give men a million reasons to look elsewhere with their attitudes.
This is your king? Is this your king? Go sit down.
Women fantasize about great men, but they stay with safe men. And you cannot be both. So either you're striving for greatness as a man, or you're willing to be a safe man for a woman. Women will sacrifice the price of greatness for the delivery of safeness. And if you don't believe me, look at Napoleon. He was the most powerful man in France. And when he was at war, his girlfriend at the time, Josephine, cheated on him. You hear that countless times from great men, rock stars, athletes, all these top dudes, and they get cheated on by the girls because women prefer proximity. Women prefer safety. Women prefer men that they can have consistency with for a period of time. The problem about that as a man is that when you do that and you force yourself into commitment, it ends up emasculating you in the end. You can't really win this. Strive for greatness at all costs. There is no point trying to negotiate with a woman in relationship. Never do that. Just live your life. People will come and go. And that's it.
Maybe this is the reason that men aren't really interested in getting married. It's so many rules and so much nonsense going on with some of these women that it's not even worth it.
Is this empowering or a total invasion of privacy? There are Facebook groups called Are We Dating the Same Guy? Every city has one. It's filled with tens of thousands of women dropping profile pictures or Instagrams of men and asking for background on him or sharing their experience with him. I see the positives in something like this because it can actually provide really good insight into someone if they had a bad experience or if this person just isn't safe. But I've also seen the flip where a girl just has a neutral experience with a guy, or maybe the guy ends up not liking her, ghosting her, or tells her that he's not interested, and she scorches his name and his reputation in these groups. I'm telling you this because if you're a guy watching this, I want you to be extremely careful with your digital footprint. Dating in today with all the technology that we have is actually getting really scary. And unfortunately, we have to think about these things. And not enough people think about their digital footprint. I would love to hear your thoughts on these groups. If this is news to you, share it with some friends.
It's crazy because the guy sometimes doesn't even know he's there, and he didn't even know what he did wrong. Women will put him in there like, oh, this is a terrible person. We're trying to take you to the Cheesecake Factory. Get a life.
All right, let's talk about using men for their money, or using someone in general in a situation like this. You cannot use someone when both parties are getting something out of the situation. This person is commenting to a story in particular where a man had messaged me and said that he wanted to spend time with me. He wanted to take me on a trip, spend money on me, take me shopping, take me to nice dinners, and all he wanted to do was be my friend. Now, let's be honest. We all know he just wanted to be seen with a woman he finds attractive, who makes him feel good, who can make him laugh, and potentially might want to date him or sleep with him. Now, I had told this man in the beginning that there are no expectations, not even a kiss on his cheek that I would give my grandmother, and he agreed. Now, I understood that there was a possibility he would still expect more. However, I had warned him in the beginning that we had set strict boundaries, so if he did try to cross that boundary, I could refer to when I had set that boundary. There's no such thing as using someone if you haven't misrepresented your intentions. I went out with this man for the lure because I wanted to go shopping, go on a trip, and go to nice dinners. He wanted to go out with me because he loves being surrounded by a woman that he finds attractive, that he wants to talk to and get a vibe with. We were both getting something mutually agreed upon out of the situation. And it's funny to me whenever men have a problem with this situation, because every single man, if they were a woman, would do the exact same thing. They would take advantage of that, and they would want to see what life is like. I said this in my previous video. Women are the currency. If a man is leading with, oh, I want to spoil you, show you these experiences, take care of you, take you shopping, and in exchange, I just want to be able to absorb some of your light and energy, you need to stop putting down women for a behavior that every single person, if they had the opportunity, would also do. Everyone leverages what they have to get what they want. And that's just the way the world works, honey.
Well, there would be no light and energy because a lot of you modern women are not good people. And this is what shows it. Y'all would be out here with people that you know you don't like, you don't see a future with, wasting their time. How about just be a good person, period?
So I'm sitting here with my friend who chooses to be off camera because she just gave me some juicy tea about what it's like to date in your 50s. She's on dating apps. She's meeting gentlemen. She goes on a date with a guy who shares that he has acid reflux, that he sleeps with a CPAP. It's like Darth Vader. You go to bed and you're this. Who wants to sleep with this? Why are you saying this on a first date? Yes, it is important that you reveal this. Yes, it is important that you are true about who you are and what you're about. But I just find it interesting that he never once asked her a question about herself, never really wanted to know about her. He was just talking about him all the time. My theory is he's insecure and he wants to be liked, and so he just is selling.
This is the problem that people have, and I usually like your content, but nobody knows him. There's no reason to try to bring this up to shame him and make fun of him. Like, nobody knows him.
There's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fat. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay. They're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up, women that every man can say he had or can have. Simple as that.
The reason men need to be pursuing women is because we literally don't need you. We don't need you. So why the hell would we pursue something that we don't need? Studies have shown that women who are married have a lower life expectancy than women who are unmarried. We don't need you. In fact, you actually actively kill us. On the other hand, men who are married have a higher life expectancy than unmarried men. You need us. You need us. So, of course, we are the fries. Of course, you should be pursuing us. Why the hell would we pursue something that will kill us earlier? Woo! Period.
I genuinely think the reason women feel unfulfilled in romantic relationships with men is because men are not capable of love in the same ways that women are. Many women find that even when they date a good man, something just feels like it's missing. It's hard to name until you experience the kind of love that women so often give each other. Your best friend, your mom, your teachers, your sister. I didn't even fully grasp what they were missing until I recently reconnected and got close with one of my oldest best friends. And that girl loves me, and I love her. And I love my mom, my aunts, my teachers, my female mentors and advisors. But the love I give them and they give me is not something I've ever seen a man execute. And it's because they can't. Most men right now cannot recreate the candid and genuine love that a woman has for another woman. That love is not transactional. That love doesn't even have requirements. It just hopes to have the same love returned. And woman to woman, you know it will be. I don't think anyone can love you better than your girls can. The love women give is so powerful, pure, and healing. I think about the ways that I've been loved by my family, by people I don't even know that well. Just, little gestures. The lady down the street I see from time to time. And it is just so pure and genuine. Women, or at least the women I have experienced, celebrate their girls' accomplishments, their birthdays, major milestones without even being asked. thank you cards, girls' night out, doing your hair, care packages. So many little kind things that women do just because they want to make somebody feel good. And there is no expectation that it is going to be returned, just doing it for the love of doing it. Women see you, they pay attention to your interests, your pain, what makes you smile, without even having to ask, because we talk, we listen. If most men consistently treated each other with that same love, there wouldn't be a male loneliness epidemic. Women do love better, harder, and thoughtfully. Your girl is never going to forget your birthday. Your mom is going to go out of her way to make magic happen for you. A man? Ugh. Love is a skill that women have mastered, and more men need to love, not just for their romantic partners, but for each other. So please continue to date your besties and make sure that any offers that come along are measured against the love that is already being poured into you.
You just told me you have a very limited view of love, and it takes both types to make the world go round. You guys think because a woman is giving you flowers or gifts of some sort, that's enough, because it's consideration. But love is more than consideration. Love is action. Love is protection. Love is provision. I'm making sure to tell you I love you, but making sure that these lights are on, but making sure that these buildings are built and all of these high rises and all of this nice stuff that you can come in and decorate. It's available for you and your girls, so you can come up here and talk noise and nonsense. But it's available. The lights are on. The water's working. Anything and everything that you need is right there for you, so you can relax. But y'all will get in here and say, like you're saying in so many words, it's not enough. And that's why men would rather stay single.
Am I the only one that feels a tiny, tiny bit of disappointment when someone from a dating site texts you for the first time and the text is green and not blue? If you know, you know.
I almost threw up when this guy said this to me. I was talking to this guy and, well, I know, that was my first mistake, but we were talking and we had a lot in common. We had very similar career goals. We had the same ideas and beliefs about health and wellness, blah, 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 blah. So things were going great. Things were going good until out of nowhere, this guy texts me and says, and I quote, "How are you doing? How's your heart doing today?" What the f did you just say to me? How's my heart doing today? No, thank you. So I changed my number and I'll probably move too.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of these young ladies don't really have a lot to give. So all they can really do is talk. And if he's hot enough, he can get a little something.
Here's the difference between the woman that gets played and the woman that gets pursued. One talks, the other observes. You want him to take you seriously, but you're already spilling your whole emotional life story by date number 2. Why? Because silence makes you uncomfortable, doesn't it? You don't need to say all that, girl. Seriously, you don't need to list your boundaries when you're meeting somebody new. You don't need to tell them your expectations, your triggers, your dreams, what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate, what happened in your past. Like, you don't need to do all that. You need to learn how to shut up and be felt. Let your energy do the talking. Let your softness invite curiosity. Let him want to know more because you didn't hand it over like a checklist. No one stays because you don't know how to be quiet. It has nothing to do with you not being smart, not being pretty. You never let him actually feel you. You talk too much. And then you cut things off too soon. You filled literally every space where energy should have done the talking with your mouth. You never gave him mystery, stillness, presence. Give him a list of what you will not tolerate, and then you expected him to get closer to you. You're never an experience to them. You're more of an experiment of what they don't want. Silence is strategy. Your stillness is power, and mystery, that's what gets you remembered, not your resume. Put the phone down sometimes and allow opportunity to naturally unfold without you needing to be in control. Be quiet.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of these young ladies don't really have a lot to give. So all they can really do is talk. And if he's hot enough, he can get a little something.